My name is Chantel Todd. Today I'll be demonstrating how to saddle and mount a horse. My lovely assistant is Rio, a Tennessee Walker mule. He is cross-tied for this demonstration to assist in cooperation. Please do not attempt anything with a horse unless you have an experienced horseman around, like my husband, Troy. The first step is to groom a horse. For timing purposes, Rio has already been groomed. You want to start in the front and work your way back, on one side and then on the other. Two tools I like to use are the curry comb and the bristle brush. The curry comb is used, like this, to pull all the clumps of mud and dirt that are on the horse's hair. The bristle brush then goes in the direction of the horse hair and smooths everything out. This is also good to use for the face and as well as the legs. One important area to pay attention to is the horse's belly, right behind the front legs. This is where your cinch will go, and you want to make sure that there is no mud so that when you tighten the cinch, it doesn't create a sore for the horse. The next step in saddling your horse is a saddle pad or blanket. Keep in mind, when always working with your horse, stay on the near or left side. Most horses are trained for this side, and using the right side may confuse a horse. Today, we will be using a saddle blanket. A saddle blanket is used to protect the horse's back from a saddle. Place your saddle blanket on the horse's neck. Then slide it down to the horse's withers, which is directly in line with the back of the horse's front legs. Smooth out the blanket to get rid of any wrinkles or creases. This takes us to the next step, which is prepping the saddle and putting the saddle on the horse. Let me run through the parts on a saddle. This being the seat of your saddle where you sit, the front, which has the horn. On the sides are your stirrups. This is where your feet will go in. Also, here is the cinch that goes around the horse's belly. As well with the blanket, this also has a pad to protect the horse's skin. On the other side is the latigo, which is the strap that holds on the cinch. Now we are almost ready to put the saddle on. What we need to do first is to put the right stirrup and the cinch over the saddle seat. This will prevent these straps from hitting the horse when you are saddling. You will take your saddle from the front and the back and take it over to your horse. You will place the saddle on the center of the pad. This will also go just in front of the horse's withers. Keep in mind to lift up the saddle horn gently and straighten out the pad if need be. Now that the saddle is situated on the horse, walk over to the other side by crossing in front. Place the stirrup down as well as the cinch pad. Make sure that the cinch pad on this side is straight up against the skin so there is no creases or folds. Once again, cross in the front of your horse to the other side. You never want to walk directly behind a horse, for they may kick or get spooked. We are now ready to work with the cinch. Throughout the process, reassure your horse by saying, "Good boy, Rio," or patting its neck. I always like to give mine a hug. Now you're ready to cinch your horse. Grab the cinch from under the belly and bring it around. Take your latigo strap and run it through the cinch ring from the inside out. Gently pull up on the latigo to make the cinch snug, but not tight. We will tighten later. Run your latigo through the saddle D-ring and over to the left side. Make your knot by crossing over the straps and coming up through the saddle D-ring from the inside out. Then thread through the loop you created by crossing over. Now we will tighten. Grab the first loop that you had made and also your knot. Pull up gently at the same time grabbing the slack. Do not worry about over-tightening a horse, for they puff out their chest by holding their breath, like Rio, to prevent over-tightening. Now feed the rest of your latigo through the strap and tighten by pulling the loose end. This process may take several times of tightening, but please ensure that your saddle is tight to prevent a fall. In your left hand and grab hold of the saddle horn. Face the back of the horse. Grab the stirrup with your right hand and turn it towards you. Place your left foot in the stirrup, only the front of your left foot. If you place your whole foot in the stirrup, you may get it caught if you need to take it back out. Hop over to the side of the saddle. Grab with your right hand the back of the saddle. You will spring up with your right leg and swing over to sit in the saddle. For me, it takes a couple momentum jumps. Sit gently in your saddle. You may want to take a couple minutes to get comfortable in the saddle and to get the horse comfortable to you. But reach down and put the right stirrup in your right foot. Now the saddle may have been off-centered by you getting on. So adjust the saddle to center by shifting your body weight. Now you are ready to ride your horse. Please do not ride alone unless you and your horse are well trained. Happy trails. Get up. Yeah.